What is that? Hey, I'm Emma and welcome to our channel. We're just a couple of newlyweds cruising through life and chasing after our wildest dreams. If you aren't already, be sure to click that subscribe button for new videos every single week. Thanks for following along. Good morning, everybody. So today we are just headed off on a little bit of a mini road trip adventure, kind of like we did the other week when we went and found that like random beach on the side of the road. We're kind of doing that, something similar today. We're just punched in a little town a couple hours away from where we are right now, and we're just driving along the coast and seeing where it takes us. So that's what we're doing today. Yesterday was a bit of a weird day. We were gonna do this yesterday. We decided not to. Rodolfo ended up falling down. He hurt his wrist and he cut up his knee pretty bad actually. And you also hurt your neck. There's an alcohol prep pad.
Oh, hell no.
Oh yeah, baby. And then, what should I put on the... This comes with everything.
No, it's not about...
It's okay?
Okay. No, it's not okay, yeah? There you go, it's disinfected.
Okay, I'll do this part. He got some whiplash. So, that's what yesterday consisted of, was bandaging him up, and then we just kind of really took it easy last night. We ended up watching a Netflix movie, which if you have not seen, The Red Sea, it's just called The Red Sea, or is it The Red Sea Diving Resort?
The Red Sea Diving Resort.
I think it's called The Red Sea Diving Resort. It's on Netflix. It is so good. It's definitely a little bit heartbreaking to watch, but it's amazing. It's basically the story of, I want to get this right. It's the story of the Ethiopian Jews fleeing Sudan. It's basically how they get them out, and it's a really good movie if that's your kind of jam. So we live on one end of the island, and for this week we're actually kind of up island a little bit, and so today we're going even more up island. Where we are going is about 6 hours away from where we actually live.
Oh yeah, actually.
It's like 5-6 hours away from where we live, so the island is quite big, but once you get up here, there's not a whole bunch up here, but we're excited to explore some beaches.
Look at that ocean.
It's absolutely gorgeous driving along here, so we'll take you guys along with us on our adventures today and see what we find. So this one says, be happy, and then look at this one. Forgive those that have hurt you. I think a bird pooed on it.
They have shit on you. I've never seen those kind of birds before.
Oh, what is that?
I think they're vultures.
Okay, let's go.
No, let's go look at them.
No, I don't want to get close, babe, like dead serious. He found a vulture and he wants to walk up to it. Oh, it flew away. Thank goodness. What is that? Babe, what is that? No one can ever tell me we do not have sharks here again. Ew! There's like vultures hanging out over there.
I wonder.
I don't know if you can see them. There they are. They're just eating mini sharks that I did not realize we had.
I don't know.
Dude over there is eating the head or something. Brains.
It's not a shark though.
I don't know what this is. It kind of looks like a shark though. It's really weird looking.
No, it's a fish.
Does anyone have any idea? Yeah, but that's a big fish.
So is the other one.
Yeah. I am so disturbed right now. That fish was so big. Like, that was probably the size of, like, your arm.
It's probably like, yeah, from like here to here.
Yeah.
It's like 3 feet long.
It's really big. Oh, wow.
Look, there are the
We just walked in on like full-on dinner, breakfast happening for all of them. Yeah, there's so many boats out here, and we think they might be whale watching boats because this is the time of year when, you explain it.
They come to forage, they come to eat and fatten up. So this is where, we live in one of the coolest places. This is where like the resident orcas essentially come and eat all of the salmon when they come in for the salmon run, which is, we're kind of in the middle of it now. And so all the salmon are coming in to breed for their season right now. And so all the resident orcas are just having a feast. And so we assume that they're over there. And then also the not resident orcas, like the ones that like hunt small mammals.
Yeah.
Those are also in town because the seals are eating the fish and they're eating the seals.
So basically, there's lots of whales in the water right now, and we're actually gonna go and try and find some without like paying to go to whale watching because it's so freaking expensive. We're gonna
and inhumane, I think.
Yeah, we just want to kind of be able to. I don't know. We've heard there's different spots you can go, and just from shore you can see some of the whales. So we'll go check it out. We made it to the middle of nowhere. We don't know where we are. We hit a dead end. That's how small this. It's not even called a town. We are in the village of Sayward, and it's a campsite and a dock. So we're gonna go explore it for a whole 5 minutes.
Oh, really windy and cold.
And I'm wearing a dress. Not a good idea. Welcome to Sayward Village. This small village is located on the northeast coast of Vancouver Island and was named after William Parsons Sayward, who was a successful lumber merchant. In 2016, this tiny village only had 311 people living in it. And although it may look small, it is absolutely gorgeous and full of breathtaking views. One of the cool things that we found out while chatting with one of the gals who works in the tourist shop is that they often see whales coming through at this time of year specifically. And we were a little bit sad to hear that just the day before we were there, a large pod of orcas had swam through and they were all able to view them safely from the dock. So we made it to Port McNeill, which is where we are right now. It is a tiny, teeny, tiny town, a lot smaller than I think we were actually expecting it to be.
Look, you can see all
There's
of them
about
here.
4 restaurants and places to eat here. So we're just trying to find, not trying to find somewhere, we're trying to choose out of which 4 we're gonna go to. That bistro is rather expensive, so I think we might just hit up Subway because it's affordable, and then we're gonna go eat down by the water. So I'll show you guys a little bit of the town in a minute. Port McNeill is a small town in the North Island region of Vancouver Island and was originally a base camp for loggers before it became a settlement in 1936. This tiny town ended up being a perfect spot for us to stop and have a picnic. Once we were done exploring the town, we headed out to stop at one more whale watching spot, and along the way there we actually ended up finding a hidden gem called Telegraph Cove, where we spent the last bit of our day. So we right now are in
Telegraph Cove,
and this is apparently a place where a lot of whales come through. Is it saying it's kind of like a sanctuary for them?
Yeah, so just south of here is a little whale sanctuary. So like for whales, dolphins, seals. So it's like a...
So, I mean, there's been lots of whale watching boats coming back, and from the signs all around, it sounds like there's whales here very often.
Time, yeah.
So we're probably gonna hang out here for a little bit. Fingers crossed we see something. We saw a seal. I mean, it's something, but it's absolutely breathtaking here. Like, it's just so serene and gorgeous. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
I'd say this is 10
visited,
out of 10.
We visited like 3 or 4 places today that I was just like bang on.
This
is
good. This is definitely my favorite so far. Like, it's just so calm. I wish you could you can maybe hear like just the water is so soft and it just smells so fresh. It's just absolutely perfect. We were unsuccessful in our attempt to see some killer whales or humpbacks today, which was definitely unfortunate, but in turn we just ended up exploring a new part of the island that both of us have never explored before, and we saw some beautiful coves, beautiful parts of the ocean, and overall I think we gave the stay a 10 out of 10. It was gorgeous, and it really does, you just can't go wrong when you go exploring in nature. Even if you don't necessarily see what you went to see, you're always going to find something new. So we would just encourage you guys to get outside today, however you can, whether you have a full day free or even just a couple minutes to go for a walk around your neighborhood, and just go and admire the beauty around you that the great outdoors could offer. So we've just come now to this gorgeous lookout point before we head home on our 3-hour drive, and we're just kind of taking in the views and enjoying some fresh air. So we're gonna head home, and we're gonna head home. I'm so tired.
Not even home. We're gonna head back to work.
Yeah, we're not even heading home. We're heading home to where we're staying this week, but I am absolutely pooped and I need sleep. So I'm probably just gonna sleep the rest of the ride home. Peace out, homies.